We're back once again, only on It's After Hours, only on Full Swap Radio. And join me here once again on location. We're always glad to have this young lady on. She is one of the biggest stars in the industry, and well, she's still going strong, still getting nominated. And well, she's hoping that 2024 has a lot more goodies. It's right around the corner. I give you the holiday treat for everybody here. I give you the talented, the beautiful, the delectable. I give you it's Natasha Nice. So
Hi.
Natasha,
Hi,
first,
everyone.
congratulations to your nominations for XBiz, this MILF Performer of the Year. Is there anything
Thank
you haven't
you.
been nominated for yet?
That I have not been nominated for. Yeah, there's tons of stuff.
Yes. Like
Tons of
what? Anything?
let's see, I was nominated for Best New Starlet, Best Actress, my scene work, now Best MILF. Nominated and won at Fleshbot for Best Anal, not at the AVNs or XBiz. I don't think so. So maybe I should go for Best Anal.
So I want to call foul right here. You're not a MILF. I know people like, well, she's in her 30s, so we have to call her MILF. Like, no, I'm calling foul. That's foul.
Well,
You don't have kids. It's not like you
no.
have like a 20-something-year-old running around that I don't know about. I mean, you're still young.
I'm 35 and within the realm of entertainment, that definitely qualifies as MILF. Also, I've been in porn since I was 18, which is like more than 17 years. So I definitely can't not be a MILF, right?
Yeah, I mean, because it'd be like, then technically, oh well, I have a son who's 20. I mean, you had a kid when you were 15, and you're not from the Appalachians. You're not from some third world country. So no, I'm calling foul on this here. I know it's the porn industry, but I'm still
No,
calling
I
foul.
could
You're
have had
too
a kid
young.
like 2 years ago.
But the kid would be 20. It's not like you can just like have a kid a couple of years ago, throw him in a time machine, go, oh yeah, he's 20 years old now. It's like no,
No, you
calling
don't need to have
foul.
a 20-year-old to be a MILF.
Well, if that's the case, then technically 19-year-old could be a MILF for doing that. I mean, hey, she has a kid, but I digress. Anyway, so all this is going on, and you're also doing your own content
I'm doing
as
my,
well as shake
yeah.
as well as shakedown. So let's talk about your content. What do you have lined up? What big things are you working on now that we haven't seen?
Right now, I'm working on holiday content, obviously, because we're in the month of December. We're going strong, solos, boy, girl, girl, anal coming up, girl, girl coming up. I'm very excited about those two. Um, yeah, just mostly that, and then I'll eye some New Year's content soon. And then just a few other like non-holiday themed updates as well. So, and then I also like to do my live shows. My next live show is in a couple days from now. Just trying to keep those pretty consistent for all the fans so we can, talk face to face.
So let's start with the holiday stuff. Like, how do you come up with it? Because it's like, all right, everybody's like, oh, you have a holiday. What's a holiday? Well, I'm putting on a Santa outfit. It's like, it's just, and knowing you, and I've known you for a long time, you get into this. So, what do you have planned? Like, give us some tease, like how much work you put into, like, all right, I'm gonna do a holiday special. I can't just like put on a Santa outfit and do, there's whole, oh, I look sexy. Like, how much work goes into this to make sure that, hey, people go, okay, that's a holiday episode.
Well, honestly, you got to start somewhere, right? So I reached out to some talent, they were available, and then I thought, okay, let me just go online and find the outfits that would complement our bodies, and my body. And then from there, we decided this is going to be a gonzo scene. I also have a bunch of other outfits that I got that, I haven't figured out the scenario yet, but I know I want to use them in solos. So whatever gets my juices flowing that day will be whatever the scenario is for the video. Trying to keep it as natural as possible.
We're gonna go back to this because I'm already getting excited about this here. But let's talk about the Shakedown. It's a crime noir scene from Digital Playgrounds with
No
you,
spoilers,
the
please.
star.
No spoilers.
So, all right, no spoilers, but still, I mean, how much fun it was like? Okay, when you're like, hey, pitching a no crime noir series, you're like, you had me at crime noir.
Mm.
Like, this is up your alley, I'm guessing. Like, it's acting, it's like dialogue, and you're like, ooh. Athlete. So how much
Well,
fun
I
do you
play the
have
rich bitch,
on this?
which I
Oh,
surprised myself because I'm actually pretty decent at playing the rich bitch. I always like to say I'm not a bitch, don't tell me I'm a bitch, but I'm actually really good at playing one. I just it because I have a lot of um it's hilarious to me. And it's also kind of hot. So yeah, that was I wouldn't say it was brand new for me, but it was, it was somewhat new. And it definitely helps kind of like solidify my MILF hood in my own eyes because I think part of being MILF is just being like mature. You have your boundaries set, you're confident, you're not sorry about it. Um, but then also being extremely promiscuous at the same time.
so you work with Luna Star,
Mm-hmm.
and so how do you guys figure out like who's the dominant one, who's submissive, and how fun is it, when you have somebody who knows what she's doing and knows how to, switch on a dime, and you get to go, okay, let's just see where this takes us, and hey, let's go with the plan and go with the flow.
Honestly, she's so hot from the moment she walked on set. She just had a huge smile on, and I just liked her right away. Yeah, and in the scene, she totally dominates me. So in the whole movie, that's, the characters that we play, and I'm totally okay with that. But yeah, and in the end, I sort of succumbed to her evil ways. But I don't want to give too much away. So I don't know. We kind of just went with the flow in some ways and then stuck with the characters, and it just all kind of came together pretty perfectly.
So this is going on. You have your nominations here. Now you're planning for XBiz and AVN. So how do you balance all this? Because like you gotta get all everything going on for January 20th before that AVN. And you're like, okay, I need this outfit, this outfit, this outfit. I can't wear the same outfit twice. That's just not kosher. So
Oh.
how do you do all this while the holidays are going on, while there's other content trades and shoots going on? Like how much time do you literally go, okay, I think I've done this. No, I have this to do with this to do. Like there's probably like days where you're just like checking things off, going, okay, I have this done, and God, I still only have like 10 more days left to finish all this.
I mean, I've been working on it since last month because in previous years I did leave everything till January, and that was just, not as exciting when you're always stressed out. But there is always like no matter what, you're always going to get stressed out by all of it. You have XBiz, you have AVN, the holidays, family, and you still have self-care and scenes and content, tons of content. Cam shows a lot of Christmas themed, opportunities and stuff. So yeah, it definitely gets a little stressful. I wake up in the morning, I pour my coffee, and I get straight to work on like emails or social media. I check the things that I check every day on my laptop, and then I sort of decide what direction to move in after that. And then if something has a deadline, I sort of just keep that in the back of my mind, and I'm like, okay, I don't need to work on that right now, so I'll work on these other things. Um, and then I work on that after. And it's pretty good. I tend not to drop the ball. I might drop a little ball here and there, but it's all right. I mean, I've gotten pretty organized thanks to porn. Yeah.
How do you avoid burnout? Because I mean, and we talked about this last time we had you on the show. Like you are doing everything. You've accomplished everything. So after a while, it's like, okay, how do I get the motivation? How do I treat this like I still love it? How do I not just look and go, oh crap, it's another day. I just want to stay in bed and have some
Oh,
ice cream and just relax. That deal with the
that's
shoot or
mean.
deal with the guy or deal with the girls. Like
Yeah, burnout
I
is
don't
a
want to be
very,
here.
very real thing, like in any industry. And I was just thinking that today. Hmm?
No, keep
What'd you
going.
say?
I'm letting you talk.
Something. I don't know what you said. Sorry.
No, I said, so how do you avoid burnout? How do you
Are you
avoid
there?
not just, I'm right here. Yep.
Did I lose you, Chris?
Nope. We're here. We're still here going on.
Yeah, so yeah, for sure, burnout is definitely a very real thing. I tend to have my eye on it more now. I'm kind of eyeing the next couple weeks at most or something. And if I see that I have a ton of days you know, of booking in a row, then I'll take a day off or I'll make sure not to schedule something. Or I'll also, it's very important for me to like add something. I really like some sort of sport or some sort of activity. So I'll try to like make sure that I have time for leisure. Now because it's winter, like throw in a day of snowboarding or something, or even like take a few days off from fitness so that I can enjoy some snowboarding or you know, I just try to like show myself some grace, honestly. Just give myself little breaks whenever I need it. I have kind of packed a lot onto my schedule for the next couple weeks, but then I have a bunch of time free after that. And I'm going on a cruise right after, so I feel like it's all gonna work out. I don't feel burnt out at the moment. I feel very much ready to go.
I'm guessing it's already happened the last couple of years where people are working with you and like, oh my God, I was a fan of yours growing up, or oh my God, I was a fan of yours a couple of years ago. And how weird is that now where it's like, you know, as you said, you've been doing this for a while.
17
And you
years.
were the young 18-year-old that looked up and went, oh my God, I'm working with this person, I can't believe it. What is it like when the roles are reversed and now you're the big, you know, queen bee and everybody's like, oh my God, a huge crush on you. This is my dream come true.
It is really, really cool, and I love making their fantasies come true. I can't really imagine what that's like, except for the one time that I met the girl whose porno I had been watching up until I got into porn, and that was kind of a mind fuck. Um, but yeah, I just love it. I think it's great, and I really appreciate all the fanship. I have
Give
a
me the
lot of girl
moment this year
fans
where
now.
it started happening. Like,
Huh?
yeah, how many? Like, who is the? Give me a girl, a young performer you worked with who did that, and you're like, oh my God, can't believe that.
Um, okay, it was a guy, but I kind of forgot his name. But I met a couple at the XBiz nominations party. I think it was Haley Rose and Max Fills, and they were like super excited to meet me. So we kind of like scheduled content right then and there. Uh, yeah. So it's nice because she has boobs too, and she's younger, and we're just gonna have a good time.
You mentioned that before. What's the second time you mentioned you know people who sort of have the same body type in yours? How do you avoid body dysmorphia? Because I know a lot of women I've talked to, they feel very self conscious. Someone get to that point where you can tell them they're beautiful, and like, no, it doesn't help. This is my body. I don't feel that way. How do you avoid that, and how do you make peace with everything?
Honestly, the fans help a lot on that one, like a lot. Like I do have a fan, a person here and there who'll be like, "Ooh, you gained weight," but for every one of those, I have like 200, you know, being like, "Oh my God, I love your scenes. I can never last with your scenes. You're so hot. I love your body." So the fans really pick me up in that regard. And I also just I try to remember to just put one foot in front of the other and like you know, maintain my fitness and try to do as well as I can with, you know, nutrition and self-care. And if I see a photo I don't like, I can at least uh I can at least remind myself, well, I'm doing more or less the best I can, you know. Plus I'm in my 30s and I'm Latina, half Latina. It's fucking hard to not put on weight. I'm just saying. So I show myself some grace and that's how I make progress. Yeah, I've actually already lost a couple pounds, so. But we don't need to talk about my weight anymore.
For you, as you said, you talked about burnout. We talked about a lot of things. Let's talk about for you creative juices. Like, what do you want to do going forward? Like, what? Because you're always, you know, I've known you for a long time, as I said, and it's always with the next big thing, the next idea, and you're like, okay, and you're very creative in real life. I mean, you're somebody who, you know, it's not like, oh yeah, if I want you throw a movie on, it's like I want creativity. I don't want just like big fireworks and CGI. So for you, like, what are some of the things you are idea thinking like, I want to do this next, or I want to do that next, I want to do this in the scene.
Mm, honestly, my creativity at this moment, at this phase, is about kind of keeping it simple. so that I can enjoy it more sexually and not making it all about the production, but making it more about the sex, which that's just what keeps my juices flowing. And then I think like with the holiday stuff, I could go all out and get a tree and get the decorations and I don't know, find someone to play Santa like hardcore and then edit it a certain way and put some jingles all over it or whatever. Or I could just do it on my couch in a green like Santa leotard. And that's the thing, is that my fans love that second option. They love the simplicity. They love seeing me in my living room. So that kind of works out. But I'm sure that'll change because I'm constantly changing. So I think next year is honestly going to be extremely interesting for me. But right now I'm just kind of chilling. Not to say that I'm not working my ass off. It's just I'm letting things rearrange on their own, if that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. And the other thing, I know somebody like yourself deals a lot with is jealousy because you see it. People get snippy or I don't know what this girl. And I know some people say, well, it's because of this is that. It's usually though you've achieved a lot. You are the it girl. So how tough is it sometimes handling that when people get upset about stuff that you've done or that you've accomplished and they've never met you? It's like they don't know you personally. They get upset because, oh, well, she's a big star. She has this award. She has this nomination. Why don't I have that? It's like, you don't even know me.
I know. Um, I I try to make my peace with it. I also remind myself that like every girl in porn is probably dealing with that. It also, I don't know. I mean, yeah, sometimes it sucks. Like, do I wish that maybe I had more girlfriends and fewer haters? Like, yeah, but I understand being insecure. Everybody feels insecure, so I try to just be forgiving and let it roll off. But I also keep in the back of my mind, maybe don't trust that person. Don't get too close.
So who are your true friends? Like now, after 17 years, after multiple nominations, after box covers, awards, Hall of Fame nominations, and all that, who are the people that you look and go, they've been there, they've been ride or die friends. I trust them because even with my success, they're not upset about it.
They're actually not in porn at all. They're from other communities that I frequent, but and then there's my sister. I have two sisters, one of whom I'm really close with. But there are a few people in porn that I don't maybe call them for everything or for the hardest things, but for certain things, I'll reach out to them and I know that they won't tell anybody. I know that they'll, give me some solid advice and, remind me that I'm doing great and stuff. So, but I don't know. I like to keep my most important people private, like my jewels. Does that make sense?
How and I was going to say how much of that is by design because of, as you said, everything you've gone through. You entered this industry as like as an 18-year-old, 19-year-old young lady. You're now, as you said, 35. You're more wiser. You're more mature. How much of that is big part of that? That you went, okay, I want to have Natasha life. And then there's Natasha Nice. I mean, how much did you make an effort to go, okay, Natasha's going to be separate. This is me. This is my id. This is my human name, and I'm not going to let both worlds sort of merge into each other.
Yeah, this is my dog, by the way, Coda. Anyways, I I don't know. I think for a long time I wanted to separate the two because there's like two different names and I don't get naked and fuck in front of my family, but they're all the same person. I mean, if I hear any random person say the name Natasha, I'll turn like it's my legal name. Um, but I mean, when I started, I wanted to use my legal name, but I was advised against it. Um, I did stop apologizing for being a porn star a while ago. Like if people ask, I'll kind of gauge how I should say it. If I can say porn star, if I should say adult actress, if I should say OnlyFans creator, maybe Instagram influencer, even though I'm not on Instagram. But I'll just gauge how I can breach that topic with them because I just don't feel like it's my responsibility to hide. It's kind of their responsibility to handle their feelings about it. And that's actually been working really well for me. I actually got more positive feedback than I thought I would when I was in my head about it and whether or not people, despise me for it. Yeah, it's kind of surprising.
You have all these titles, and some of the titles you haven't even put on. Like, yes, you're a porn star slash Instagram model slash content creator slash businesswoman slash web entrepreneur, and yet there's always like I've seen porn stars won't work with content creators. There's content creators who are like, oh, I want to work with these like professional content creators. Do you ever find it weird? It's like, wait a minute here, we're all doing the same thing, and yet some people don't want to work because of a title.
Um, I don't understand the question. Are you saying that will I not work with content creators?
I'm saying, do you find it funny that there's like porn stars who work content creators, vice versa, and they're all doing the same thing? It's like, yes, we are shooting porn, whether it's for our own content, for the professional content, we're still doing the same thing.
Um, I have noticed some rifts between the content creator, strictly content creator, and strictly porn stars. Just like what I hear on set and stuff. But you can't really criticize anybody for choosing what they choose when it comes to sex. So you want to only shoot with content creators, then only shoot with content creators. You can't stand content creators, then don't shoot with them. Yeah, it's to each their own. That's part of what makes it so empowering.
You're still on, and I know I tease you about this a lot, but you're still on everybody's wish list. Whether it's Brazzers, whether it's Pure Taboo, whether, as we said, Digital Playground, Naughty America. How nice does that feel? Where it's like they call you. It's like, it's not like usually other girls like, well, how do we get in there? How do we get in touch with their Brazzers? Like, and you're like, no, bitch, they call me. They're on speed dial here. So, and I know you probably embellishing if you're laughing, but it's
I
still a
have my
cool feeling
moments.
when yeah,
I guess
when they want you.
I have my moments where, my agent's messaging me very frequently and I'm like, fuck yeah. And then I have my moments where I'm like, hey, agent, what's up? Um, yeah, I don't really feel the need to lie about that either, but it feels amazing anytime I get booked by any one of these big companies, whether I approach them or they approach me. I guess it does feel a little bit better when they approach me, but it's just amazing. I love that they keep my career thriving, even though they have so many other girls to choose from, a bunch of young girls. They, keep knocking on my door, you know, eventually and always. Yeah.
So when
Not,
are you gonna direct? That's the next question everybody's asking. When? Yes, come on.
I
I
know.
know you had in your head like, you know what? I could do a horror slash film noir. Brazzers, we could do this here. I'm guessing you probably even called Pure Taboo, like, hey, there's a scene from Saw that I'd love to direct, except it'll be with dildos, not chainsaws. We could make this work. I have it. Like, there's how much do you want to direct?
Not at all. I just want to perform, but I do think it'd be very fucking hot to see like one of those like Bridgerton type shows in porn. I never watched Bridgerton, but it just looks hot. Those big fucking sexy dresses and you know, cleavage and everything. I think it'd be very hot. You know.
So make it happen. I mean, you have power. You're an AVN Hall of
Want
Famer. You can easily just
to.
go, hey, Bree, let's do this here. Bridgerton's subduction slash, horror theme. We could do it. Hold off. I just want to, get the costume when we're done with it to keep home.
I don't really see myself as a director. Yeah.
Then hire somebody else to do that. That's what I do all these days now. It's like, you
Why do I need
outsource it.
to do that?
You can be like an executive producer in title, and then you just, get like
I love my
Ivan or Bree
career the
Mills and go, hey, you're directing it. Find somebody, probably some overseas investors to invest in this, and we can pull this off.
way. Like a lot of work. Um, I don't want to. I like my career the way it is. Um, People ask me why don't I direct or why am I still shooting? I don't even understand why you're asking me those questions. My career is amazing. I love it the way it is.
Is you
Yeah.
want to do Bridgerton porn.
I don't
You even
want to do
said like
Bridgerton porn. I want to watch Bridgerton porn. There's a difference.
Then who's gonna be the Bridgerton board then? It does. It's gonna be somebody who can, has the look, has the curves. There's not many people like you. It's the calling.
No, 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 no. It's not a calling. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There is no call. There are no phone ringing. You know what I mean? I don't want to. I'm not interested. It's way too much. It took me so long um just to like spin all of these plates perfectly and very well. I don't want to fucking change again. I'm fine. I'm not a director. Let the directors direct.
That's what I'm saying. Well, you can outsource for directing out to somebody else. You could be like the executive producer. It's a title. You get extra money for that. And then you could have hot sex and like Victorian, Bridgerton outfits.
If I do anything of that sort, which maybe I will in the future, it'll just be for my OnlyFans. I don't need to evolve in from porn star to director. I know a lot of performers do that and they get a lot of fulfillment from that, so I'm not knocking it, but I don't have that fire inside of me to do it. So why would I?
So what do you have fire for in terms of non-porn stuff? As we're running out of time here, what's in your belly in terms of like travel, outside projects? Because
I
2024 is coming up and there's going to be new goals and new aspirations for you because you are a very creative person. So for you, what's the outside bucket list projects?
you have so many demands, Chris. I kind of have a taste for real estate lately. Interior design, architecture. I don't know necessarily if I want to sell homes. A few porn stars have made that jump, but I love looking at gorgeous homes. I don't know. I think maybe real estate investment would be a good idea. Some remodeling, that I could wrap my head around. That's my kind of project, like something mathematical, um, yeah, something very businessy.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're very happy to have on the show. I give you it's the beautiful, the talented, the lovely. I give you its ex-biz nominee and also porn star slash content creator slash businesswoman. I give it some Natasha Nice. So Natasha, once again, where can fans check you out at? Where's the voting at? And where can fans see your live shows?
Yeah, you guys can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/be nice Natasha. I'm the only verified account there, and I only have one. You can come watch my live shows either on natashanice.cammodels.com, or you can sub to my OnlyFans and catch one of my live shows there, which is onlyfans.com/be nice Natasha. And if you could, it would mean so much to me if you guys could vote for me for XBiz MILF Performer of the Year. I created a bit link for it. It's bit.ly/Natasha Nice MILF. You can vote as many times as you want every single day until January 20th. And then we'll find out who wins. So it would be so great if you guys could vote for me.
Natasha Nice, ladies and gentlemen, once again, always an honor, pleasure to have you on the show. We come back, a lot more going on here. Only on its after hours, only on Full Swap Radio.